Welcome to Rochester, Veronica Swift. Welcome back to town.
It's great to be back. We've been used to come here all the time. Been at this now. This is my third time playing this festival or fourth time. I don't even know. It just feels like coming around every year. Like it's a beautiful time, beautiful place to come to support and live music, and of course see old friends like you and everybody. So great to be here.
So Veronica, what I love is that you introduce rock folks to Duke Ellington and jazz folks to Queen. How do you do that in terms of all the people you get to bring up and introduce and get into their music?
Mwahaha, my evil plan. No. I just love all kinds of music, just like we all do. I mean, these festivals are an amalgamation of this wide spectrum of genres, and what jazz is nowadays, it's become so much, through the decades of many different genres and subgenres and post-bop, modern, fusion. So there's just so many different, just like with rock, too. That once that happens, a genre becomes a spirit, and jazz especially is like it's the heart and soul of this who we are. And I choose jazz to express that through the great, beautiful spectrum of all kinds of music, just like all kinds of people, and that's what I like to do in my show. And we have, like you said, jazz renditions of rock songs or rock renditions of jazz songs, or we go even deeper with opera and vaudeville and other deep references like Pagliacci or something. You never know with us.
That being said, talk about putting together a set list, because you draw from everything from rock, jazz, the Great American Songbook, classic Broadway. How do you pull together a set list for your shows?
Well, everything for me, before I consider myself any kind of musician, singer, songwriter, composer, I'm first and foremost a storyteller. And for me, narrative has always driven my choices when it comes to programming, for example. And that's something I learned from my mother, Stephanie Cassian, great jazz singer and performer, educator. And she taught me about the story arc, and you always want to, whether it's an album or a performance or a solo, you want to think about your beginning, middle, climax, and end, and then fill in the story in between, and what is the story you're trying to tell. And so that drives my song choices. And then I just try to keep also variety in there as well, but that's more important is the story.
Speaking with Veronica, so Veronica, for you, audience, yourself, or your bandmates, in terms of priority, how do you prioritize your shows and everything?
That's an incredible question. I don't think I've ever gotten that question. I actually don't really see it as I don't prioritize really. It's but how I see it is, first of all, it's like I want to create outward, right? I don't want to perform or create inward. We all do, but I think, sorry, that scared me. In order to put your energy and your story outward, you have to start with yourself. But that doesn't mean I prioritize myself, so to speak. But it does start with, what do I want to tell? What is my mission here? And then it expands outward. But I see none of this can happen without the people, the audience, the band, or the place. So the place is actually just as important as any of the other, because the space determines so much of what and how you perform. You know what I mean?
So who's in your band tonight?
We have a wonderful trio. My trans-genre band, as I call it, because it's guys who can play literally any genre with authenticity. As you can see in the videos, a lot of these guys are in all the different configurations, jazz trio, rock band. So tonight's a trio of my partner and collaborator, Brian Viglione of the Dresden Dolls. And I met him through covering a Dresden Dolls song, which has been life-changing because I had been a fan of that band since I was 12 years old, in love with Brian Viglione. And so now we created this project and world together that includes Alex Burke on keys, who's coming with us from LA, and from New York, Ben Tiberio, who's from Rochester area.
Can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much, and we can't wait. Hope to see you guys at the show, and it's great to see you again, man.
Welcome back to town.
Thank you. Have fun.